Welcome back, everyone, to Draven's continuing adventures into the Iliac Bay. In the last video, we had spoken to the lovely Medora, widow of the late King Lysandus of Daggerfall. She told us to get a unicorn horn from She Dungent and talk to Nalfaga, and if Nalfaga does not help us, we have to get the horn ourselves. Also, a lovely viewer or commenter told us that we can quick save in the advanced controls, and I had no idea at all this existed. So, I highly appreciate that, because I really would have just kept making old saves because I'm just an old gamer who forgets about modern stuff such as quick saving. But I really appreciate that. I would have gone the entire game without ever knowing that. And there's a screenshot button as well. So that's just brilliant. I appreciate it. So let's get out of here. And another commenter told us as well that we are looting too fast, so I'm going to slow it down. That's definitely my impatience showing. So I'm definitely going to slow down in my looting. I'm very impatient, even though I play a lot of role-playing games for some particular reason. But I end up missing things, so I'm going to slow down, definitely. Do you wish to access your wagon and stay in Direni Tower? No. What I'm going to do, essentially, is before I go to She Dungent, I am going to go to a town. Upvale is the closest one. And buy some rations and some food for the dungeon, because oh look, it's an airship. We definitely wasted rations, right? Yeah, we only have 3. So we don't want to be in a bad situation if the next dungeon is treacherous. Oh my god. They scared the wits out of me. Just a random bear attack, really? Right here, nobody cared? How much gold do we have? 10,000. Yeah, we should put away some gold. It's weighing us down tremendously. No, not drop. In the wagon. Let's drop 10,000. Why not? That's perfect. Mysticism. I'm gonna sell that, I think, because I've read that book in Oblivion. King Edward. I'm interested in about King Edward. Fool's Ebony I'll put away for now until I get the other parts and a Khajiit suit. I'm wondering if I should take the meat from the bears. Probably not. Let's get some food at a tavern and then go to a general store and buy some rations. Where's the merchant? No, well, not the merchant, the innkeep. Leftovers. It's not the best, but... Wait, what was that? Morrowind Mazte. Oh, I've seen that before. At least I think I have. So, I think Draven should drank some Morrowind Mazte, a refresher of back home. So let's see if... Alright, so there's 3 shops, essentially. This is a general store. Perfect. This is where we are going to buy the rations. The Madness of Pelagius, Broken Diamonds, the War of Bethany, a skillet. It's still not affordable by just like any means. A book called Jokes. Why is it so expensive? Should we buy that book? I mean, why not, right? Let's... Oh, wait. Are we going to buy books, or do we just... I like reading them in dungeons. What's a joke book about, anyway? That's what I'm curious about. Tamrielic jokes. Let's see. I have some books to sell, right? Let's see. I will sell the Epic of the Grey Falcon, considering, you know, we read it already. Let's check the wagon. I think it's in there. Perfect. I'm gonna sell on Oblivion and Mysticism as well. Right? I think that will work as a good trade for the book. Lover's Lament, no. The Asylum Ball, Wild Elves. I'm very curious about the Wild Elves. A few piece of clothing, a short skirt. That's not a bad price for the skeleton key. I'm thinking I just want to get rid of it. It's almost the price for it, actually, the skeleton key. I'm not going to use it. Let's just get rid of it, finally, the skeleton key. You're paid with a letter of credit. Well, that's not bad, alright. So, that's the letter of credit. How much can we put in a bank? I don't know, because we've been carrying our gold in the wagon. I think I'm gonna buy a book, since I am a lot more wealthy at the moment. You have bargained me long and hard, Sir Draven Silverblood. Let us be done. I would normally charge more, but for you I only ask 668 gold. It's a Tamrielic book joke. I'm very curious. I've never seen that before. Oh wait, we forgot to buy the rations. I got distracted by the book and the gold. So let's see the cost for rations. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So I think that's all we really need. Let's access the wagon and drop some gold. I have 57 gold pieces. Oh, okay, so it's not in gold that we are carrying. I mean, I guess that would make sense, right? It's in credit. So we have to deposit this to a bank, right? Where do I want to live? I guess that's not too important right now. Well, I think I'm just going to go to She Dungeon and handle this a bit later, this credit thing. Hold on, is that an orc? Look at this, this is brilliant. That's an orc. Look at him. And he's got pink nipples. It's very, you know, it doesn't match with his skin, but it's brilliant. Look at that, he's fishing. He's got bright red hair. Nobody's bothering him. This is... Can I talk to him? No, I can't. But look at that, wow. I think that's the first time I've seen an orc that's not trying to slaughter half the population. But you can't blame them, really, in Daggerfall if you know the reason. But yeah, look at that. Anyway, I'm wasting too much time. And we should head along to the dungeon. I think we have everything we need. I'm probably going to read that jokes book by the end of the video. So let's go to the dungeon. Right, it should be around here. Am I missing something? No, this is it, right? Yeah, that's She Dungeon. 19 days, that's pretty hectic. But I think we're gonna do it. Player-controlled journey? No, that's not what I want to do. Recklessly, 10 days, 40... Maybe we could take a boat. Right? Yeah, let's go to a boat. As long as it's by water, I think that should be enough for the traveling, because I don't want to lose too many days, since we have... How many days? 59. It's not a great idea to let things, you know, degrade in time, and then we are screwed with that quest. So I think now we could take the boat to She Dungeon, if I'm correct. Let me see, dungeons. Let's Put away the towns. This is it, right? Yes, she dungeoned. A boat, 7 days. Man, this is bad. Let's do reckless. We need all the days we can get. Even if, you know, it's not as refreshing as a travel time. Basically, it might take away a little bit from us. Your eyes suddenly sting. You notice a strong acrid odor. This is your perception of the world feels tainted or altered. That's very strange. Oh, what is that? What is going on here? What type of that's a frost daedra. Okay, let's get out of here. They are shooting balls of doom at us. Look at this. Can we dodge this? Ooh, okay. The spell was absorbed. Brilliant. That did some damage. What I want to do is quick save. Thank you, the commenter, yet again. And then handle this situation. With some fireballs. Look at that. A 3-for-1. That's a 3-for-1 sale, pal. Beautiful. 363. Not bad. And mostly ingredients. 473 gold pieces. He really didn't have anything. Such a heavily armored daedra. And I wonder where frost daedras come from. What realm is that? 110 gold and just ingredients. So that was handled pretty well. Alright, so this is She Dungeoned. Let's cast Anchor right here. And I actually remember this. It's shut up. Brilliant, right? Do these Atronox attack? Yes, they do. It's an ice Atronox. I know this is Nalfaga's room, but I don't know why her Atronox would attack us. There they go. They're doomed. They couldn't handle Draven's martial prowess. Look at it's a dragon. But I thought only dragons were back in the 5th era, right? Like, what's a dragon doing here? It's not a small dragonling, it's a full-blown dragon. Look at him, he's brilliant. I mean, I know he's just 2D and paperish, but look at him, look at the tail. I've never seen a dragon. I don't remember Nalfaga having a dragon. I think, from what I remember, it was removed or something, or what's the situation behind that? It's a dragon, look at him. How does she have a dragon? Can we talk to him? His name is Skakmat. Don't know if I said that right. Any news? Spellsmiths of Kinnereth got the short end of the stick in some deal. Now they're out to get Ephesius. I don't know who that is, but... Okay, wow, look at you and you talk. I don't have time for your type. Okay, he doesn't like Draven, you know, being astonished, you know, trying to bother the dragon. But... Wow. Alright. Say what strange motive, goddess, could compel an arrow to my beloved Lysandus' bare throat. Did he die there mourned and blessed? Or are my pretty birdies all turned to grey wings? I searched the afterworld, the underworld, and the world between, and nowhere do I find the lightness of my son. O madness, to thy breast I cling suckling. So she won't help us, and she's under extreme distress and depression for the loss of her son. And who could blame her, you know what I mean? Like, poor lady. I mean, I don't know if Nalfaga is a good person, but, you know, you gotta feel bad for her, you know. So we know that Lysandus took an arrow to the throat. That's a horrible way to go, according to her, right? So that's just terrible. So, we are going to have to find this ourselves. So let's not waste any time. This lock looks to be beyond your skills. Well, thank you. A Daedroth opened it. Look at that. Can we handle him martially? Is Draven just that good with a Warhammer now? Yeah, look at that. Brilliant. Let's take the gold. And, more levers. I really hope there's really no complex lever puzzles. I'm not looking forward to that. I really am not looking forward to that. Let's get some rest so the silence can wear off. You slept very poorly? Yeah, I figured. We didn't make the tent. It'd be a miracle if you picked this lock. Well, that's why we have a skirt, right? Let's pull some levers. For some reason, that one damaged us. Does that mean it's wrong? History of Daggerfall, interesting. Confessions of a Thief, also interesting. Of Jeffrey, also interesting. Okay. And a Holy Dagger. We are going to take these things, but we are going to leave the rest of it. It doesn't seem to be worth it. Hold on, something is trapping us inside, right? It's a Daedroth. We can handle the Daedroth, right? He silenced us, but, you know, martially, he's no match for Draven. Right? Come on. Okay, he just might actually be a match for Draven. Let's retreat just a little bit. Quick save. And then we will go back to handle him. There we go. 605 gold, a scarab. Yeah, nothing of note. I'm hoping he drops an armor piece or something. Enemies are nearby. Not great. Let's go down here. Is this a secret? No. Oh, you always want to check torches. Because in my experience, most of the time they reveal something. And this is another Daedroth. And for some reason, he's going to shoot at us. I know he is. A random Iron Atronach has died. Can we handle this? Yeah, Draven is moving back and forth. He's handling this very well. Look at that damage. Blood came out of his mouth and everything. Come on. We can persuade, hopefully, the Daedroth. Imagine that. If we get a Daedroth companion. 770 gold. They are dropping a lot of gold. I want to see more of this. Maybe. I said maybe. But maybe it's possible. Medical, stealth, and blunt. Maybe it's possible we can get the airship in this Let's Play. Because I desperately want it. Draven does not want a house. He does not want anything other than an airship. That's his dream right there, an airship. Alright, so he wasn't too difficult. I'm wondering if the unicorn would be here. Wow, okay, so it's two Daedroths. And they just, you know, double-teamed the Iron Atronach. A tag team, essentially a handicap. That was brutal, right? 407. But in terms of Draven, it's going to take more than two of them. Look at that. Easily handled, 748 gold. Let's see if we can rest here. Yeah, we didn't take the bear meat. Let's get some full sleep. Daedric has improved along with critical strike. And let's throw a quick save. Is that... yeah, two... Is that Frost Atronach? Yeah. Hold on, what's going on here? That's an Ice Atronach. And an Iron Atronach. Okay, so I think how we are going to handle this is with fireballs. Right? Brilliant. And let's go back, get some rest. We healed. I think the next thing I'm going to level up is strength, so we have more encumbrance, and we do more damage. Because what's our damage right now? 3+ modifier. Not too bad. I mean, at least we can get extra encumbrance, right? It's an Ice Atronach. Easy enough. They don't deal a lot of damage. Another Atronach. It's Atronach Mayhem in here. Look at this. Okay, now they're attacking in unison. Why do they help each other sometimes, but then kill each other the other times? I don't understand. Like, two Atronachs were fighting the Iron. I mean, I guess Atronachs... I don't know. I'm trying to think of some sort of logic that would apply to that. But I'm not an Atronach, so I guess it's kind of pointless to try to make sense of it. So here's a door. We haven't been here yet. We also haven't been down here. But I kind of want to check what's down here first. It's an empty room. And of course, just an Atronach. Let's heal, because it's starting to weigh Draven down. Did we just get turned around? I think we did. Okay, so we didn't go exactly where. I think it's... Yeah, okay, so we didn't go up this way. So let's turn around here. Right? I think it's this way. Alright, and then it's this way. But I really don't know where this is. In Daggerfall, that's the name of the game. Just explore parts of the map that weren't explored. Even if it looks stupid or just, you know, don't trust your gut. Okay, oh, okay, double the damage. I got sneak attacked. This is not good. The enemies are nearby. Well, he's not the problem. Those two Atronachs are. Let's cast healing. Hold on. Are they going to kill the Atronach? I don't know who killed the Atronach. It was either me or him. The Daedroth. He silenced me. That's not great. Let's take the 770 gold. And let's run away from him because we are getting attacked quite brutally. And brilliant. We leveled up. So let's put 4 points into strength for now. I want to get to 90 strength. I'm not going to put any in intelligence at the moment because, honestly, I feel like we don't use magic for much apart from teleportation, flying, and blowing things up. So I think right now we want to focus on martial damage and just, you know, carry weight and so forth. More gold. 737. They drop a ridiculous amount of gold. That's a Fighter's Guild quest right there. Just by killing it. Another Daedroth. Let's fireball him. There we go. A magic wand. Okay, we won't... I don't think it'll be of use to us, but we could probably sell it for a good price. 594, and just alchemy ingredients. We don't need those. So I think I'm going to check one more room, and then read a book, and then, you know, go to basically make a full save, and, you know, in the next video we will continue exploring the dungeon and looking for the horn of a unicorn. So let's check out just one more area. I'm hoping this is a good place to go, but, you know, well, there's a lever here. So I don't know exactly where that is leading us. Okay, so there we go. A dead end. All right, let's try downstairs, and then we will save the game. And then read the book jokes. I'm very curious about Tamrielic jokes. It can't be that hilarious, right? Okay, 2 Atronachs here. Let's cast Fireball. Wonderful. Melt them to their doom. Another Daedroth. This dungeon is just filled with Daedroths and Atronachs. Okay, so he's somewhat deadly. 2 of them. Alright. That's not what I was expecting. Game saved. Get some rest. Blunt weapon increased. Perfect. Let's fireball them. They silenced us? How? Is it a projectile? We weren't that close. Or maybe we were, but that quick? Well, maybe Draven is that good martially that he doesn't need magic. Yeah, look at that. They were chumps. 385. Well, not really. They almost killed him. Half of his health is gone. 748 gold. Man, they just have ingredients. They don't drop, like, weapons or armor. Like, look at this. It's just ingredients in a potion recipe. Alright, so I think... Well, let's finish off this Daedroth first. Of course, they cast Silence. They think that's going to help in their fight against Draven, but they don't realize how handy Draven is with a Warhammer. Look at that. He didn't even land a hit. 363 gold pieces and a potion. We're going to take it. So I'm going to stop in this room, and I think I'm going to read the book Jokes. I'm very curious. What's a Tamrielic joke? Like, does anybody know one? Jokes. No author. How is your wife? Asked Zalathur. She's in bed with Laryngitis, replied Harlith. Is that Argonian bastard back in town again? I keep seeing spots before my eyes. Have you seen a healer? No, just spots. Okay, these jokes are a little dry. Let's admit they are a little dry. A big Nord named Yelgin was set on by a gang of thieves. He fought them furiously, but in the end, they beat him into semi-consciousness. They searched his pockets and discovered that he had only 3 gold pieces on him. Do you mean to tell us you fought us like a mad loop for 3 lousy gold pieces? Sneered one of the thieves. No, answered Yelgin. I was afraid you were after the 400 gold pieces in my boot. Why would he tell them that? They didn't know. What a fool. That was kind of funny. During the War of Bettany, the Bretons in the Isle of Craghold were under siege for several days. After the island was liberated, Lord Bridwell found the ruins of the castle, where a crowd of survivors were hidden away in the dark. It was going to be a difficult job freeing them, as part of the roof had collapsed, trapping them all within. Bridwell stuck his head in the only opening and shouted to the Bretons below, Are there any expectant mothers down there? It's hard to say, your lordship, said a young woman. We've only been down here for a few days. An elderly Breton met with a contemporary of his at a guild meeting. Harriston, old man, I wanted to express my sympathy. I hear that you buried your wife last week. Had to, old boy, replied Harriston. Dead, you know. I don't think that... Maybe these jokes are going over my head and I'm not that intelligent, but they most of them are kind of dry. The Nord one was kind of funny. I thought that was kind of funny. Why was the Sentinel army so useless during the War of Bettany? The cannons were too heavy, so all 3 garbage scows sunk. Wow, that's terrible. Why does a new Sentinel private learn first? Oh, what does a new Sentinel private learn first as a combat technique? How to retreat. Oof, that's an insult. That's a bad insult. What is the thinnest book in the world? Redguard Heroes of the War of Bettany. Oh my god, I bet you a Breton wrote this. I bet you a Breton wrote this. Bretons are just jealous, okay? Bretons are just jealous. I like Redguards quite a bit. It's the thinnest book in the world. And then the first combat technique they learn is how to retreat. That's not a joke, that's an insult. That's just an insult. So let's continue reading. A dark elf man killed his wife after catching her making love with another man. When the magistrate asked him why he killed her instead of her lover, the man replied, I considered it. Better to kill one woman than a different man every week. Oh my lord. Mara be praised. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, that's a very extreme way to handle it. I mean, I guess that's the Dunmer way to handle things, right? And she had a different guy over every week. Ugh. I was not expecting this kind of thing from this book. insults, and the only one that was funny was the Nord. I'm guessing they're saying that Nords are dumb since he revealed it. And man, this is just vulgar. This is, oh, let's keep going. A dark elf woman was being shown around Daggerfall. When she was shown the magnificent castle Daggerfall, she smiled sweetly to her guild and whispered, "It reminds me of sex." "Okay, that's odd," said her guild. "Why does our castle, Daggerfall, remind you of sex?" The dark elf sighed. "Everything does." Yelitha told Vathsa that she was having dinner with a dark elf named Morleth that night. "I hear he's an animal," said Vathsa. He'll rip your dress right off of you." "Thank you for telling me," said Yelitha. "I'll be sure to wear an old dress." Wow. All right. So things are starting to take a very perverse route. I'm stumbling over words here because this is kind of the book I wanted to avoid reading, but we fell into it, didn't we? How do separate sailors in the Khajiit Navy? How do separate sailors in the Khajiit Navy? That's weird. Shouldn't it be how to separate? Anyway, with a hammer and tongs. "This orchard has sentimental value to me," said Mojad, the Khajiit, to his friend Hasalid. "Under that tree, for example, is where I first made love, and that tree is where her mother stood, watching us." "She watched you while you made love to her daughter?" said Hasalid, clearly impressed. "Didn't she say anything?" Meow. "What do you call a wood elf who doesn't lie or cheat or steal?" "A dead wood elf." Oh man, what a book. What a book. It was just filled with scandalous sex, racial insults, and all sorts of things. That's the kind of book I wanted to avoid reading. They were barely jokes, but I don't know what to say. That's the book for this video. But thanks for watching, and I'll be back with more Draven's adventures into the Iliac Bay.